Kia orana, Capricorn. Haere mai. Welcome. Happy New Year to 2016. This is your January Taroscope reading with me. Hey guys, I hope you all have had a safe and happy transition into the vibrations of 2016. So we move into that global energy of a 9 vibration. You'll all have your own personal numbers that you vibrate with, and of course your own particular desires and passions as you move forward into the year. But I guess too for you as well at the very beginning of the year, which I think is a pretty amazing place to be the first ones to celebrate your birthdays, well, in Western tradition anyhow. So happy birthday to you all as well. I hope you have a wonderful start to the beginning of 2016, and as we move forward, great success. I'm going to decide to use a mantra for each and every one of the astrological signs for these January readings because it's the beginning of the year for you. And the mantras that I have actually chosen were written by Linda Goodman, who did the Sun Sign Astrology series way back, I think in the 1960s. And she'd given every single astrological sign a particular 2-word energy that really resonates with them. So for you guys, for this month and for your year moving forward even, your particular phrase is I use. So you could have that as a mantra for you, for your own specific use, and to really call upon it because it works well with the energies of Capricorn. So it's I use. Now we'll move into the reading for you guys. We are using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, and we will do 4 cards, 1 for each week of the month, and then we will have an overall card at the end of that, so 5 cards of the Morgan Greer, and then we will do 1 high vibration card just to sort of, finish it all off and tie it all in together. So I'll move the camera lens back a little bit, and I will shuffle for you guys. First reading of the new year, you're first up off the ranks, and I think that is fair and logical since it is your birthday month. So let's see what's in store for Capricorn for January 2016. The first card you're starting with is the 8 of Cups for the first week. The second card is the Moon, first major arcana card for you guys. The second card is the 6 of Wands, which would be the third week. The 6 of Wands, and the fourth card, which would be the 4th week, is the 5 of Cups. Your overall energy vibration card, Capricorn, is the Page of Rods. What we see here for you guys, and I will just zoom it in a little bit more again. What we see here for you guys is a little bit of, you can see it in the cups that are here present, so sort of an emotional month actually, and even with the moon being here, I think you guys are feeling into emotions quite a bit, and this could be relevant because it is for most of you. I know some of the Capricorn birthdays do start in December, but for the overall general feeling of the month, we have Capricorn's birthday time in the month of January. And often when our birthdays come around, and especially associated with the beginning of a new year, you almost have a double whammy to deal with in terms of each year deciding, moving forward and getting that whole birth energy coming back in. So it feels as though emotions are very much on your mind, and perhaps the feeling of moving on from positions that you have been in In both of these cards we get a bit of a feeling of sadness as you're moving on. Some of it is about rebalancing. There's definitely messages in here about balance as well, because we see the moon, we think of balance and cycles. We also see this moon in this card. So I'm thinking of ecliptical energies for you guys, to do with the eclipses that perhaps came in September, that you may have been dealing with issues and energies from back then, and that these are still coming forward. And I did say that to people, that you would be involved in transitions and changes for some many months after those eclipses. And the next lot of eclipses, I think, for 2016 start in March, and so maybe you will have evolved something within your system or your paradigm or your psyche during these periods between the eclipses. So I think energy might help to clear for you and move on a little bit once the eclipses have come and gone. And I know this is the January reading, but all of this energy is free floating towards accumulation of outcome as the months move on. This guy here, he's moving into your reading, and this one here, he's also headed back into it. So there's something to do with the month of January about perhaps resolving these issues of leaving things behind and changing direction. I often think with this card we see the Eight of Cups, and he's walking away sort of a little bit sad, but he is headed on a new journey. You get the feeling of being a bit disappointed about the energies you have invested into a situation, and sort of thinking you wish it wasn't going to go that way. So we're going to use these beautiful Angels of Atlantis cards. We haven't used them for a long time actually, and I think they're really beautiful for the beginning of the year. They have very positive, strong messages. So Capricorn, let's see what card you are going to get for your January reading. Haniel, hope. And hope works really well with the messages in the previous part of your reading, I think, because there was a feeling of hopelessness in some of your thoughts with the other cards that were around. Hope is eternal. That saying, hope springs eternal. I love the way the light's deflecting across that card. It's like white light coming down for you. This is the beautiful white dove here. I'll put my hand behind the back a little bit. The white dove signifies hope and peace and love as well. And Haniel, so there's a red energy, there's a combination of red energy, which is your fire sign energy, and the white energy coming from above. So you've got beautiful, there is so much love and protection around you as well, Capricorn, and you can see this with this glorious white just streaming across this card. It's as if there's some sort of energy in the room that's just, because it's not actually a particularly sunny day and there's no sun shining on the desk, but it's just picked this energy up and it's just infusing it into your reading. I'll also read from the book for you for the words of hope, because I think they might be quite powerful. And I notice here, I'm just going to move the lens out a little bit again because we have slightly cut off the bottom card, and I know some of you in the last December video really wanted to see all of the cards. So all I can say about this is that the energies weren't balanced. The ones that you're leaving behind and you're a little bit sad about, there wasn't a fair balance within the time and effort and energy that had gone into it. And moving on takes us into a new direction. I also think health-wise, if we were thinking of these cards as each being a week of the month in January, health-wise you could still be feeling, you know, a little bit blah as well, and sort of thinking, oh, you know, what have I got to look forward to, or what am I setting my goals for? What dreams and aspirations should I be aiming for in 2016? And you can see that he is literally on a journey, and he is going to climb or traverse this mountain area and valley area. So in fact his goals he's setting are quite high. So there's this passion or desire to move ahead and to achieve something that at the point in time you're looking at it from the bottom of a hill. If you look all the way up to the top when you're at the bottom, you think it's insurmountable, that you can't climb it. But if you look at just one step at a time, it's nothing. It's just part of an overall journey. And I think that is the message of the card. Start this journey one step at a time and move forward and progress. And they're not looking back. They actually don't look back. They're moving forward. There is no future in the past. And that's another really nice mantra to hold on to too. If we come to the second week here and we see the moon, your only major arcana card for the reading, the moon can be about, I often think Scorpio and Cancer related energies and people, and sometimes this can be dealings that go on at night or under hidden agenda type stuff, so that it's not entirely visible to everyone. There are things that you can't see the whole picture as well. You may be seeing parts of a picture. So I think the key words here are caution, check everything out. If you're signing agreements or going into new beginnings with partnerships or anything, make sure it all stacks up and balances really well. The other thing about the moon is it can be feminine cycles, hormonal cycles, also very, very intuitive and psychic. Dreams can come to play a part in your life as well. So be aware of all of those factors, because they can be ways of you finding answers to your own issues in your own life. So try and really connect with yourself and the environment around you and see what ideas you can pick up. Health-wise, again, hormones for both sexes, actually male and female, for hormones. If you can't sleep at night, do the logical things. Turn off your technology earlier in the day, wind down at night, do some yoga breathing or gentle calming exercises, drink a bit of milk, do something that's really soothing and calming at night to help sleep problems or issues as well. For the third card, we have the Victory card. This is the third week into January. It's feeling a lot more as if your energy and your power has come back. And even though it's not an earth sign card, in fact, you have no cup cards in this reading. So this is the card of feeling as though there is power coming back in and that you have regained some energy. Also, it's the sign of success, so there's a feeling of winning something over at this point in that third week, whether it's a personal relationship success or whether it's a career related success. Often this card can be associated with career. For some of you, it might even be getting results back from something, whether you've sat tests or exams or been involved in something where you achieve success. That card is definitely there. It could have been a good time that you were applying for jobs earlier on, and you may find that the job you wanted comes through. Oftentimes, though, we can think that the rods in the background are the support people who help achieve this goal of success. And it pays to show gratitude. It is a little bit of a card of arrogance, and arrogance usually doesn't take us too far. So remembering to be grateful and to be thankful to the support network team around you. Health-wise, it bodes really well. As I say, strength coming back in, this feeling of dominion, moving forward, action, agility, good health, finances, everything. The fourth week we come to, we have the Five of Cups, and we see here again this guy who seems a little bit sad, looking at something he's lost, but forgetting again what does actually stand in the background as a support network for him. So you've definitely got people supporting you that perhaps you're not paying enough attention to. I think the message here could be look around at the people in your life who love you and who are there for you. It's not all necessarily about pinning your focus or your ideas on one perspective. It's about broadening your perspective. And indeed, if we see that, He's just looking down here, so that is all he can see. But the broader picture shows us so much more. And again, we see this hill, but we see this hill with buildings on the top, and that's actually where he is heading, same as over here. So you're definitely starting a journey in January, and it's going to be a journey that will take you through for quite a few months. It's unresolved, it's just starting, and some of the energies you're going to pull on are involved in the middle of this reading. So it's definitely about full moons, eclipses coming in. This is when you will start to really come back together again. We come to the overall energy of the month, and it's this Page of Rods. He's actually quite nice energy for you guys to get, because he's the fire energy. He's the creative passion in life, and he is also heading out. So he's not staying. He's perhaps what's motivating you, this sort of inner fire maybe for you Capricorns, which is kind of nice. It might, you know, whoosh things up a little bit and get you going and get some, not aggression, but get some desire and passion into moving forward and forgetting what's past is past, and as I said, move into the future and grasp onto it, and really this is your life. And use your mantra, I use, and see where that takes you and what power that brings you. But he is a positive card, and he's very creative, and he's very full of energy, which I think is really nice when we think of these two here that seem to be a bit deflative. For your crystals, you've got beautiful amethyst healing point. We have a little blue stone here for communication. There's the citrine for wealth, and there's a white howlite as well, which can actually be, interestingly enough, to help insomnia, and I see it over the moon card. So there we are, guys. That's your very first reading for 2016. There's a lot to think about in that reading. There's kind of a lot going on, and I know it's at an emotional level. But as I say, it makes sense to me for Capricorn, because this is your time of year, and it's also the beginning of each new year, which is a lot to take on board, and it's a lot to kind of get your motors running, you know, and turn it all into action and get it propelled forward. So let's put these ones away and see what your high vibrational energy card is going to be. So we're going to use these beautiful Angels of Atlantis cards. We haven't used them for a long time actually, and I think they're really beautiful for the beginning of the year. They have very positive, strong messages. So Capricorn, let's see what card you are going to get for your January reading. Haniel, hope. And hope works really well with the messages in the previous part of your reading, I think, because there was a feeling of hopelessness in some of your thoughts with the other cards that were around. Hope is eternal. That saying, hope springs eternal. I love the way the light's deflecting across that card. It's like white light coming down for you. This is the beautiful white dove here. I'll put my hand behind the back a little bit. The white dove signifies hope and peace and love as well. And Haniel, so there's a red energy, there's a combination of red energy, which is your fire sign energy, and the white energy coming from above. So you've got beautiful, there is so much love and protection around you as well, Capricorn, and you can see this with this glorious white just streaming across this card. It's as if there's some sort of energy in the room that's just, because it's not actually a particularly sunny day and there's no sun shining on the desk, but it's just picked this energy up and it's just infusing it into your reading. I'll also read from the book for you for the words of hope, because I think they might be quite powerful. When we feel deeply and are affected by the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to, we may despair until the dove of peace enters our lives and once more lifts us up to hope. If this is a moment of such challenge, reach out and the angels will carry you to this virtue by allowing you to observe a beautiful scene in nature, another soul filled with joy or success, or a child whose innocence lifts your spirits. Within this form you will see a manifestation of the oracle like a dove, allowing your spirit to fly in peace. And you can repeat this 3 times. Hope is the elixir of the divine. And as well, using your mantra, I use. So there's a huge amount of power in that energy there for you guys. So the word hope is incredibly powerful. So I think as we move forward into 2016, your energies will regain that beautiful solid strength that Capricorn has. And know that you're surrounded by a lot of support, really beautiful, strong, spiritual, angelic support. Kind of couldn't be much clearer than that for you. So hey guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you have all had a great start to 2016. And wishing you much love, joy and hope. Ka kitea noa. Much aroha. Namaste.